Hi, my name is Jeff, and I wanted to do a quick comment on Bernie Sanders' comments. Anyways, it's September 1st, 2019, and Bernie Sanders is saying we should have a federal jobs guarantee. We should reduce work weeks to 20 hours a week and keep salaries the same, and the government would do all of this. This does not sound remotely feasible at this point in time. Sounds very pie in the sky. I kind of feel like I don't even really need to touch on it. Uh, if I do, um, anyways, it does not sound reasonable at all, in my opinion. And I think one thing we need to take into consideration is we have a lot of big companies, tech companies, evaluating our markets. AIs are poisoning themselves and getting better, and they are taking a lot of wealth out of our industries, but there is incentive, motive, and plans to figure out how to pull money out of our communities in any way possible, and they're getting smarter and smarter at it, and this would essentially make us all lower wage workers, even if you own your own business. um, So I think people should really consider universal basic income, the effects of it, what it could do in your community, how many depressed communities there are where so many people don't have money, um, how many people are caretakers that don't get paid enough. They start at about $14 an hour. How many people are caretakers that don't get paid at all? How many parents there are that need help, how many retirement age people that don't have any money in the bank, what the reality is for somebody who's really not physically fit, mentally fit, and they're 60 something years old, and they worked hard most of their life, and now they're at a point to where they're hungry, they don't have enough money to eat, they're relying on these government programs that give them just barely enough to stay alive, and they're in such desperation they don't want to live through it anymore, and they're lonely. We just need to think about different realities, or people that can't work. You know, just because somebody can't work or sit next to you on a bench comfortably, uh, doesn't mean they should be living in squalid conditions and looked down upon. Okay, we have this huge millions and millions of people that are living in shame, and they deserve to live with dignity. And you know, they get a it's it's just not fair, to take home $1,400 a month when that's a lot of people's grocery bill. I know that's like my grocery bill, okay? It's insane that people are expected to be adults working full time, millions of Americans making just enough money, if they're alone, just enough money to rent a room, you know, to rent a room, usually like a crappy situation, a crappy room. And even room rentals are just going up. They're like, you can't find a place for less than $600 in Portland. I'm people's houses all the time working for them, and more and more people talk about how hard it is to get by, how expensive things are. They've got well-to-do people that have worked hard, that have careers, and they're still talking about how much, like especially if you got more than one kid, how hard it is to get by out here. Um, we deserve to have, you know, like penthouses on the countryside, shared vehicles, AGI robots building cities for us. Like, we could literally go in this direction. This is what we should do. Um, and I think people should really think about it.